Welcome to Sisters in Service podcast. Most of you know me as a strong advocate for women veterans in being recognized not only as veterans, but also as women who are changing the world through our passion of serving, even after service. This podcast is my passion by telling all the stories of military brats, military spouses, active duty, and veterans, not to forget the veteran service organizations that help us along our transition journey. I want to thank you in advance for listening. I hope that you will join me every week. A new podcast and episode comes out every Tuesday, so I hope that you will join and I hope that you enjoy. This podcast is brought to you by Small Space Pilates. Are you ready to get fit and fabulous from the comfort of your own home? Look no further than Small Space Pilates. With live online Pilates and strength training classes, a video library, and a no perfection allowed policy, you can achieve your fitness goals without ever leaving your house. Click on the link for your complimentary week and start your journey to feeling fabulous today. Hi, everyone. Yes, I'm back. This is Kat Cortado, your movement specialist. And today, we're going to be talking a little bit about the coveted six-pack, also known as washboard abs. And I want to also tell you that when I do these Why Not Wellness episodes, I'm dedicated to everyone feeling good in their bodies, but I'm also dedicated to being honest with you, using whatever expertise I have, and I don't know everything. Okay, I'm just going to put it out to you. I don't know everything. I know, shocking, right? But I also want to respect your unique journey. So sometimes you see someone with a six-pack, that washboard abs, and you're like, yes, that's what I want. That's what I'm going for. Maybe it's in your future and maybe it isn't. What do I mean by that? Well, did you know that the six-pack dream could be maybe hereditary? Yes. I have, in full honesty, I've never had a six-pack ever. I've had a four-pack, not a six-pack. Because genetically, it's not going to happen. My father didn't have washboard abs. My mother didn't have washboard abs. So if neither your mother or father, maybe grandmother, grandfather, I don't know how far back it can go, there's a good chance that maybe you won't have washboard abs either. So achieving the six-pack, or also known as washboard abs, is number one, is challenging already. But then you've got genetics. So the six-pack is often seen as the pinnacle of fitness and success. It's a symbol of dedication, hard work, and a healthy lifestyle. However, it's crucial to understand that while we can all make significant improvements to our core strength and appearance, which we should, genetics plays a significant role in how our bodies store fat and develop muscle, influencing the visibility of abdominal muscles. Some individuals naturally store less fat around their abdomen. Yeah, men. Okay, let's just put it out there. Why? Men have more muscle mass. Women tend to put their body weight where? They're here, from here down, right? The abdomen, the hips, all of that. The bottom, you name it. And so when these individuals have less fat around their middle, they also have muscle fibers that respond quickly to strength training, making it easier for them to achieve visible abs. On the other hand, others might find it more challenging due to genetic factors that dictate a different body composition and fat distribution pattern. So let me say this. Let's say it's not in your genetic makeup to have a six-pack. Okay? Everyone has that one muscle, maybe more, but at least one, that is so easy for them to develop. So easy. Is it your legs? Is it your arms? Especially for women. a woman with great arms, it's beautiful. Maybe she has great abs. Maybe it's not a six pack, but we all have that one muscle that not only do we love to work it, it just pops. We do a little bit and boom, there it is. We also have that one muscle that we hate to work. Okay. You know what mine is? Biceps. Hello, bicep. I don't care if I have 1 pound, 5 pounds, 50 pounds. On rep number 2, my biceps are going, excuse me, can we stop doing this? I hate working biceps. What's my favorite muscle to work? Triceps. So just keep that in mind. So I truly believe that everyone has the right to feel good in their body. You've heard me say this. But we also have to believe in setting realistic, achievable goals that lead to long-term health and happiness. So in other words, why don't we try getting healthy? And then if you happen to get six-pack or washboard abs, yay. It's never going to happen for me, but I'm okay with it. So here's how we can work towards your core strength goals, keeping your unique genetic makeup in mind. So, of course, your personalized fitness plan. We all want to get strong. We all want core strength. And not want it, we should have core strength. Why? Because it helps protect your spine, helps protect your back. So just keep that in mind. But there's also a variety of exercises that can be tailored to your body type and fitness level. We start small, we build up from there. This approach goes beyond the pursuit of abs and aims to improve overall strength, stability, and health. Makes sense, right? All right, here's one you guys, I know you're going to, I can see your eyes rolling as soon as I say it. Nutrition that works for you. I know, get the eye roll out, get it out. I get it. I get it. It's important to have goals, but it's equally important to set ones that are healthy and attainable for you. One of them is nutrition. So understanding that nutrition plays a crucial role in revealing muscle definition is what makes it easy to craft a meal plan that supports your body composition goals while fueling your workouts and recovery. Fuel. So a lot of people think, oh, I just want to eat, or I'll just eat a little bit. Think of food as fuel for your body. Now, I'm going to pull away for a little bit. We all have vehicles for the most part, right? I don't care how nice your vehicle is. If it has no gas in it, it's going nowhere. So your body is a vehicle. I am a vintage purple Porsche. High maintenance. I'm okay with that. But I treat it with care, which is how we should treat our bodies. Also, in nutrition, it's not about good food, bad food. I hate that analogy. Oh, this is good, this is bad. No, there's no such thing as good and bad food. There's food that's more nutritionally dense and food not so nutritionally dense, such as nutritionally dense, an apple, not so nutritionally dense, a cookie. See what I'm getting at? They both can work for you. Do I eat cookies? Yes, I do. Do I have ice cream? Yes, I do. Do I have cake and donuts? Yes, I do. However, I don't have them all the time. I don't have them every day. So don't think of, I can't have this, but I have to have this, or I have to always eat salads and not have this. It's called balance for a reason. Now, if you're not sure what that balance is for you, then maybe you need a nutritionist or a dietitian. It's a good place to start. Maybe you just need some ideas. Maybe you need a whole plan, but you have to decide that for yourself. And I think it's also important to know that before you ever go there, look at what you're eating or not eating. Write down everything. Take one day and write down everything you put in your mouth, including gum, and look at it at the end of the day before you go to bed. where can you tweak things? What I mean by tweaking, if you find that you're eating a bag of chips every day at lunch or after lunch or during the afternoon when you're getting sleepy, that might be a good place to start. So if you're having it every day, if you're like me, if you take something away from me and then I can't have it, I'm like a child. It's the one thing I want. Start with one day and say, okay, this day I'm not going to have the chips. And then keep working towards that. Not saying you can never have chips. Just right now say, you know what, I'm going to cut back on the number of bags of chips I'm eating per week, and then every 2 weeks, and then every 3 weeks, and then every month. You can still have chips though. I'm just saying. How about setting realistic expectations? Okay, we want to go from I really want to get in shape to doing all the things when we've never worked out a day in our life. We want to do the nutrition thing. We want to work out 5 days a week. We want to do cardio 5 days a week. We want to do all the things. Start off small, realistic. What can you realistically do fitness-wise? And here's where I'm going to plug that 11 minutes. If you've never worked out, 11 minutes is a great place to start. And also, what can I take out of my diet? Or maybe cut back on. Just saying. So setting realistic expectations. How about celebrating your progress and the hard work you put in every day? That's what we don't do, is celebrate the win. You started to work out. You worked out on the day you said you were going to work out. At the time you're going to go work out, you did the whole workout. That's a celebration, you guys. That's a celebration. Celebrate that. And I will tell you this. There was a time when I was in the military that I smoked. I know, right? I get it. 12 years I smoked. And I was dating someone who smoked, and that just doesn't work. You're trying to quit their smoking. It just doesn't work. And if you take something away from me, so I was addicted to nicotine and I didn't know it. I really didn't. I just thought, cigarettes. Okay, great. So I had to figure out a way that I could realistically have a plan where I could cut back on the number of cigarettes. So I cut back to the lowest tar and nicotine cigarette I could get. Then after I got to that, I started cutting down on the number of cigarettes. So I got down to 4 cigarettes a day. And one day I said, I'm going to see if I can go without it. So you have to have a plan. Just don't go into it. Just don't say, yep, I'm going to do all the things. And also, if we need to have a chat, let's just have a chat. Let's just talk. Maybe I can give you some quick, easy ideas of how to get started. So celebrate your progress and your hard work. How about celebrating all forms of progress? So the journey to better health and fitness is not just about how we look, but how we feel. Improved core strength, better posture, enhanced endurance, a positive mindset are all incredible achievements worth celebrating. I'll also tell you this. I always have people tell me, well, I'm just not motivated. Motivation is not going to tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, Kat, motivation, let's go. You know where your motivation comes from? When someone, anyone, could be in the gym, could be in the supermarket, comes up to you and says, I've been seeing you work out, or I keep seeing you in the supermarket. You look great. What are you doing? Would that motivate you? It'd motivate me. Or a family member says, what are you doing? You look great. Your significant other says, wow, your arms are looking amazing. Or maybe even, your stomach is so flat. Look, it looks like you've got a 6-pack. I'm just putting it out there. So whether or not a 6-pack is in the cards, your journey to a stronger, healthier you is something to be proud of. I'm not just about achieving a certain look, okay? Because Lord knows there's all kinds of things out there, the latest and the greatest. Please don't go with any of those. I know it's very tempting. Just stay on course. I'm about supporting you in becoming the best version of yourself, respecting your body's capabilities and limitations. And we all have them. I have them. You have them. I know this. But also understanding there are other things you can do. Maybe you can't run, but you can walk really fast. You see what I mean? So, are you ready to embrace this journey with a personalized, supportive approach? So, having everyone feel good in their body is what I really focused on when I started my business, Small Space Pilates, because I feel you have the right to feel good in your body. And I know that I'm not everybody's flavor, and that's okay. However, even if I'm not your flavor, let's have a conversation. Let's chat. We can still chat. We can still be friends. Let's see how we can make it better for you, make it easier for you, make it less heavy for you. If you are my flavor, we can take it from there. If you're not sure of what your flavor is, or even whether or not you feel like you really want to work out, maybe you don't want to go to the gym. Maybe you really want to just stay at home. And that's what Small Space Pilates is about. I have a no perfection policy allowed, and that includes me. So let's have a chat. So I hope you'll reach out to me, Kat Corchado, your movement specialist, Kat at smallspacepilates.com. And let me know how your journey's going with that 6-pack, or in my case, a 4-pack. Oh crap, maybe even a 2-pack. If you got a 2-pack, celebrate it. I'm celebrating my 4-pack. So until next time.